Alright guys, S&P 500, 1 in the morning, Arizona time. Yeah, so let's go over real quick the S&P 500. Alright, so pretty much we're waiting for NFP data coming out at 5:30. The market has now entered the final 6 hours before the most macro event of the week. U.S. non-farm payroll 5:30 Arizona time. At this stage, institutions are no longer debating the headlines. They're waiting for the confirmation. Yep. And then once this data is confirmed, and I believe even if we have bad news and we might pull down from 6:30, or from if we have bad data 5:30, will stop dropping. And once we get to around 11, we may, or 10 or 11, we might start then going back up as we anticipate the war being over. And with that, just, or if this data is neutral, it will rally around 7:30, 7:15 as we anticipate for the war being over this weekend. And if we get good news where the market's gonna fucking fly, it's gonna might do a fake out, but then recuperate. And then with the war news of almost being over, especially being tweeted, especially if he tweets something around 9 or 10 o'clock about how this war could be over this weekend, that could also move the S&P back up again, or make it create a new time high towards the end. Okay, the big picture, the move is 618 to 520. 618. So it's from 618 right here to 520. And from right here to right here. Now, the thing that I noticed was that today, or Monday, we ended up, Tuesday we ended up falling. Thursday we ended up recuperating, but once we started falling, I was like, yeah, it makes sense, we're gonna fall, but we're gonna stay inside of this area. This forward candle, the way it should play out is we should come back inside above 7,548. So we should get above that. And then from 2 to 5, so the data comes out at 5:30, let me go to the 1 hour candle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase all the bullshit that I have, that way I can show you guys. Alright. So first of all, I wanna mark down, we're also inside of a daily 3 candle box, just like right here, but downwards. So what I could expect on a daily for the S&P is this. As the data comes out in the morning, as we get to 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, you're gonna see the S&P start picking up, and just a little bit. Let me go to the forward candle, just to like at least 7,571 or 7,566. As we get to 5:36, especially if the data is good, you'll see a big spike and it'll probably shoot up to 7,588. That way, as the market opens, the retailers are stuck on, should I still long it, or should I pull back, or should I just wait for it? Or we might have some sort of shake off after the market's opened, and then as we get towards 7:15, 8:30, we're gonna shoot on up, because if it depends if the data is not that crazy, but because we want bad, but we don't want crazy bad, because we want those interest rate cuts. So if the Fed sees that these numbers came out way too big, they're gonna be in fears of recession. So if these numbers come light or neutral, it's gonna do a fake out to the downside to 7,543 or so, and then pull back up at 8:30, shoot up unexpectedly, and then from there, with tweets of the president of this war being over the weekend, the S&P could start pushing up and close at a new all-time high over the weekend, or just by the all-time high. So I'm not expecting the S&P to keep on falling throughout the night. It's gonna try to go back inside of this 3 candle box. So let me show you a 3 candle box. Sorry for fucking talking too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the bigger one. This is the daily 3 candle box right here. So daily is an orange line. That's your support. Your resistance. This is your support. Let me go to the monthly. Oh, it's a monthly too. So, this is gonna be a big. If that fucking data is good, this baby right here is gonna fly right here. Weekly down there, and then you got your dailies. This is your daily. You got one right here. You got one right here. So notice how it doesn't want to break this support right here. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna hold this support, and then start going up, especially as we get to 3, 4 in the morning. So it's gonna sustain from 7,550 to 7,538. What's up? What is it? Ali. I can't even say that shit. But anyways, all right. So let me take something off from my indicators right here. Alright, so, and then go to a 12-hour candle. We got resistance right here on the daily, and right here. 8-hour candle. We also have an 8-hour candle box right here. So let me show you what I mean by boxes. And notice the setup. Alright, so this S&P 500 8-hour candle. Notice, see the play. I'm gonna change the background so it doesn't let me go orange. Alright. So there's an 8-hour candle. This 8-hour candle closes at 6. So what's gonna do is then this indicator shows me where this 8-hour candle has its support, and it's right here. As long as we stay in this cushion right here, it's telling me the market is gonna continue going on up. So this 8-hour candle, it went down. Let me take this shit off. So it went down and tested that cushion area, and it's holding it right now. So what it's gonna do is, as we get to 3 in the morning, especially 4, you're gonna see it coming inside. And then we have resistance right here in the 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame is the dark blue line. We have another one right here, and the one right here. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down into boxes, sections. There's one, different color. No, not green. Let's go with purple. Move to the background. So what I do is I dissect the market into sections from the hardest resistance or support, whatever you want to call it, to the strongest one. So right here we have monthly, weekly wise, we have it down here. So we haven't broken this. I call this area right here, it's like a floating island. So after it flew from here, it stayed. There's like invisible support right here. This is the 8-hour candle, 50 Fibonacci. So once we get that bad news, if we do, we're gonna shoot down here. We're gonna stop at 7,482. And if we don't, we're gonna fucking fake it, hold it, not fucking hold above 7,521, and then go back up again. That's to shake us off, especially around like 7:15, 7. It's gonna either wake us, and you're gonna stay sustained, and around 7:15, 8, start going back up again or whatnot, or it's gonna do it before, because this is important data. So if I was them, and this data was good at 5:30, I would see there's a 1 hour time frame here. So it wants to close inside. That's what's gonna do. There's a 15-minute time frame, 10-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. So you guys see it here, close here at 2, and then struggle here at 3, 4. Data comes out. It's gonna either shoot above this, be somewhere up here. That way, when the market opens, traders don't know if to go back or to go for calls because it was good news. Or it's gonna do some sort of fake out as the market opens 6:30, and then come back again and be shaking people out before it really goes for the move. So that's right now here. I'm on a trade for a longing right here ever since 6:30, and the reason I did that is because of this indicator, the MACD. I'm gonna go back to show you what I learned with the MACD, even though to a lot of people this is not gonna make sense because you're just scrolling to here and not really know my strategies or know how to do my shit. So let me go back and put all my shit that I had. Alright, there you go. So I'm gonna go back to the MACD. What I noticed in the MACD is that if you wanna know every time there's a dump, if you wanna catch the bottom of the dump for the S&P 500, go to the MACD of your 15-minute time frames. You're gonna notice that every time there was a dump in this area right here, that was your buying zone. So let me show you what I mean by that. Every time the market falls, this is your oversold area, and that's when the market starts stabilizing and then starts going up. We go watch. So let me show you what I fucking mean. Alright, so we went down this area and we go up. We go down this area, we go up, but the real moves are down here in this side of this area, inside of here. So we go down, and as we go back into the border of Mexico, which is here, it starts dropping again. Bottoms in the same area, flies after that. Bottoms, flies after that. this one. Shit. This one is this one. After that, we go up. Right here, we don't make it above the United States, which is above, this green area. It goes back to Mexico, so it makes sense why the market, the S&P, starts going down. Again, notice how they all both bottom in the same area, telling you that it's oversold, and that from there it goes up. The next area that it fell was right here. After that, it goes up. And it's really rare after that. Oh, right here. We got more. Got another one right here. You can see the S&P goes up. Got another bottom right here. S&P goes up. Got another bottom right here. S&P goes up. Bottom right here. S&P goes up. Bottom right here. You get the fucking point. So I came across that 2 weeks ago. So I've been using that every time now there's a fucking bad news, whatever the fuck it is, I don't give a fuck. I was like, yo, time to make some fucking money out of this fucking fall. So there you have the S&P. Try and go inside of that box that I mentioned. And here it is. It's a 3 candle box. Yep. It's going to close here at 2. From 2 to 3 and 4, it's going to try to break through this. As we come to 5, if it's bad, it's going to fucking seek down. Go back inside the box. This is where traders going to take advantage and go for a sell. And then as the market opens, traders are going to go for a sell. It's going to fucking struggle and bull fake you, try to go up and all that shit. And boom, come back down and fucking shoot down. Damn, it's going to be fucking interesting, man. And then we got the weekend for the fucking war supposedly being over. It's going to be fucking prepare to make fucking money tomorrow with options. Option trades with S&P 500. Join me. I'll be fucking here doing this shit. For you guys that think I'm bullshitting, I'm not gonna show you how much I have. But S&P is my baby right here. Where's it at? S&P. I'll see you tomorrow. So yeah, that's how it should be playing out. So you see right here on back to the MACD. Once we have a bottom and I know the market is dumping because of whatever bad news, I check on the 1 hour candle. 1 hour candle is telling me that we could potentially start dropping tomorrow, especially that we're in Mexico and not even in the United States, somewhere fresh. So that's something to look out for. You go to your 30-minute and look where your 30 minutes is at. This is a 15-minute. It's supposed to be 15-minute. 15-minute heavy drop. So you see I was near the 15-minute heavy drop. This is a 30-minute. 30 minutes. I'm gonna go to the 15 now. And you see how the 15-minute it hit right here. Now, if I put a vertical line on that drop to show you guys where it happened. So what happened right here is the market was coming down. This is a 15-minute time frame. Right here at 6:30 p.m. Arizona time, we then started recovering. And that's when you see volume picking up. You go to the 10-minute, and it shows you the exact moment we started getting volume again. So again, every time we drop, there's the other time when we drop. This was a Tuesday drop. And this was telling you right here, hey, we're clearing volume. And boom, we're not flying from there. So that's why I love catching these drops with this 15-minute time frame that I came across. A lot of people are gonna see this shit. A lot of people aren't gonna get it. But trust me. There it goes. And there it goes. Excellent. And then here's your next your 2-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. It's right here. 50 Fibonacci, 2-hour candle. That's what we have the 50 on green, letting me know it's a 2-hour candle 50, and this is a 4 candle 50 Fibonacci. So I want to say if we got good news, we should see a Wyckoff 530, 6. Come back down here, bullshit, and then shoot on up. Damn, it's gonna be fucking dope. Anyways, that's what's gonna happen. Just you watch the best. Alright, I'm out of here. There's Brian Seacrest. Sign the funk out. I gotta go to sleep and wake up at 5 in the fucking morning.